Thank you so much, Ramda, for being part of the Sustainable Finance Summit 2026 with us. As part of your experience in the summit here, we just want to ask you one key question. We know that CARE works very closely with communities that have been impacted by climate change. So, based on your experience and your discussion here today, how do you think the sustainable financing ecosystem can reach to the segment that needs climate finance most urgently? Over to you.
Thanks for the question. I think it's a very pertinent question at this point in time. Climate change has wreaked havoc across the globe, but especially Bangladesh, being a very, very vulnerable zone. You know, it's the ninth most vulnerable country in the world as far as climate disaster risk is concerned. So if you see, because of the very interesting, rather diverse kind of a ecosystem which Bangladesh presents, we have a Sundarban region delta which is again highly prone to saline intrusion and tidal surges. We have the Haor region, which the wetlands, which is almost cut off for months together where people live, and there are shore regions which get people's fortunes go up and down with the rains, flooding, and seasons. So if you see all of these areas, if you see people who, I mean, with the development gains which has come, people are just one disaster away from poverty. Though they have moved, over the poverty line, they have come out of poverty, but it just needs one episode of disaster to put them back into poverty. So what happens is it's very important for sustainable finance, kind of a mechanism. One-off kind of support, like for example, in typical CSR, when we give one-off support, a kind of a relief pack or a kind of one-time farm support, will not work anymore, because what people need is creating strong institutions, the systems within the communities, so that they are able to bounce back. Now, for that, you cannot just have one-off kind of a finance alone. It has to be a system where the most vulnerable communities are included. So it's more inclusive finance and more sustainable, because it also links the needs of the communities with the larger market. So how do we link them? So only I think more inclusive, sustainable finance has a major role in this, not one-off kind of donation to people. Thank you.
I completely agree with you. I believe that sustainable finance and commercial success can work hand in hand. They work in tandem with each other, rather be a trade off situation. Thank you so much for your insights. This is much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you so much.